Live. Do it yourself accounting. Are you thinking about doing your accounting yourself for your business, or are you probably like, okay, I think I'm gonna just resort to doing my books myself. It's just too expensive. It is just not worth it to have an accountant. Where are you at? If you're thinking these things, or you've been, conversing with a colleague and or another business owner, and like, I think we need to do our books ourselves. It's cheaper. We're gonna save on cost. And if you've been thinking that, you want to listen on for the next few minutes because we are talking about do it yourself accounting. Is it really worth it? Why might it just be a bad idea? It's a bad idea, but we're going to go through why it's a bad idea. So, I always think about when my sons were doing their surgeries. They've had several surgeries since they were born, and it never crossed my mind to do the surgeries myself. What I would think about is I hope the surgeon does it right. And of course, as I got to know who the surgeon was and we are getting to know each other, I had a lot of confidence in the surgeon. Of course, the surgeon is guided by God, but I do know that the surgeon was a very well versed expert and I didn't have to worry about that. Not that mistakes couldn't happen, but I was just at ease. It never crossed my mind to do those surgeries myself. So, let's talk about why is it that you're thinking to do your accounting yourself, right? Why is it? And a lot of times what I do find is that, and this is about talking with business owners over the time and their experiences, I find most times that you want to do your bookkeeping yourself because you think that it's just an easy thing. It's a no-brainer. And when we talk about accounting, there are different types, different stages of accounting. So the first stage is bookkeeping, where you're entering the transactions. The second stage is reviewing those transactions, reviewing your reports, getting into CFO roles there, what's the right strategy, getting into cash flow management and all that. The final stage is reporting, ensuring your financial reports are done, your tax returns are filed. And most times I do find that as business owners, you want to do the first stage. There are times when, of course, you want to review and interpret yourself, and you also want to file your own tax returns. However, sometimes because you're set up as a corporation, you need to have an accountant who can sign off on your documents to do that. So why is it that you want to do your own accounting? One, you think it's going to be cheaper, you think it's going to be quicker, you think it doesn't involve a lot. So why is it a bad idea? Number one, when you do your accounting yourself, it is costing you more money. Yes, you might be hearing, okay, I don't want to pay $500 a month or $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month if you have multiple entities. I don't want to pay that to, get my transactions done. Why should I pay that money? However, when you think about it, you are paying, let's say, $1,000 a month to get your bookkeeping done, your records, getting, all your transactions processed, your banks reconciled, getting all that done. Number one, think about the opportunity cost of your time as the business owner, the entrepreneur, the CEO. And that's a lot of times you're not thinking about the opportunity cost of your time. So you are pulling yourself away from the business and you are doing these tasks which you could outsource for $1,000, and that hour, that whatever time it is, those times could be used to do other things which could bring more revenues and profits and cash flow in your business. So always consider the opportunity cost of your time. Your time is so valuable. There are certain experts who will charge up to $2,000, $3,000 an hour of their time. So think about it. The cost of your time, pulling yourself away from your business to work on tasks which you could easily outsource. And you have to think about the learning curve to understand the accounting software. You have to think about the time it takes to record and manually enter the transactions, the time to review, all that. So it gets into quite a bit of time, and your time could be spent doing something, tasks that will bring more revenue, profits, and cash flow in your business. So that's the first thing. It's usually going to be more expensive when you do your accounting yourself. Number two, you are at a higher risk of making errors, of missing certain deadlines, not being compliant, missing key deductions when it comes to taxes, paying your own taxes. And it always amazes me that I see when it comes to taxes, a lot of persons, business owners will be like, I'll just do it myself. It's cheaper. I don't want to pay $2,000 or $3,000 to get my tax return filed. But think about that again. When it comes to tax returns, if you're not compliant, there might be penalties and interest. And also, the tax is such a wide area, right? There's so many opportunities to save on taxes, to pay less taxes in your business. So you do want to ensure that you are, well versed so that you know all the various strategies that can legally allow you to pay less taxes. So you want to ensure you are connecting with the right expert to get that done, to lower your tax bill, have the strategy that makes you pay less taxes. So you definitely need to reach out for an expert for that. The last thing is that when you're doing your accounting yourself, you are at such a high risk of going on the wrong path in terms of strategy, decision making, right? So what I find, and I'll give an example, you might be thinking, okay, I'm in charge here, everything is fine. I see this amount in my real life bank account. You think that, okay, you can go ahead and use it and it's at whatever. But if you are, connected with an expert, they will tell you that, okay, this is here in your bank account. However, there are other checks and transactions that have not hit your real life bank account. So you really don't have that money, right? So that's another thing. And also, there's going to be times when you're just thinking that you might say, okay, I have 500,000 in the bank account, right? But it's really not a high amount compared to your sales and other, analysis that are done to review, like a 360 degrees review of your business. You realize that I thought 500,000 was a good amount. I was, in a good position, but based on your business, your revenues, what's happening in your business, 500,000 is not a high amount to have in your bank account. You should have more. So relying on your own expertise is very risky, and that always goes back to the fact that you are not experienced enough, trained enough to handle the intricacies of accounting and recording and interpreting your results and planning the right strategy. So if you're thinking about doing your own accounting, I quickly encourage you not to consider it. I quickly encourage you to reach out to see how is it that, what support you need. And most times you need different types of accountants in your business, different roles. So that again is another video. But for sure, I do encourage you not to explore doing it yourself. And when I say do it yourself, I'm not talking about you outsourcing it to a bookkeeper or even a family member. That's different. And again, you want to vet their expertise too, right? But I'm talking about where you are personally, as the business owner, the entrepreneur, doing it when you are not an accountant, right? I'll quickly interject that. You're not an accountant, you're not trained to do it. And most times as your business is growing and scaling, you need to get additional support and persons to really help you grow and scale your business. So remember, your business is so worth it, so that you need to invest in these, these amounts to have your records recorded properly and to have your business, those second set of eyes on your business. It is so worth it. So I'll be signing off now. I am Kersha Campbell. I do help business owners scale their cash flow. I help you scale your cash flow by implementing effective financial systems and so much more. So if you do want to learn more about what it looks like to have an accountant stepping into your business, the different roles, then feel free to reach out to me. You can send me an inbox message or send me a text, and that is quite fine. My number is 888-521-4206. You can inbox me, email me, send a text. I'll be happy to chat more with you. So signing off. and remember, doing your accounting yourself is never worth it.